Beyond the Gate spoilers for the week of August 25th to 29 hint that the Dupree family will be living on shaky ground as Chelsea Hamilton is held for ransom by a kidnapper, while two unlikely people head to the altar to say, "I do." BTG viewers saw the purse designer and social media influencer get chloroformed and dragged away during the Friday, August 22nd show as she was prepping to go to the launch party of her new company, Chelsea Cat. While people were trying to call and text, Chelsea wasn't answering. In fact, as the Friday show wrapped up, fans were shocked to see Chelsea in a bed, chained up, in an unknown location. As the Monday, August 25th episode rolls around, the Dupree family will find out that Chelsea is being held hostage somewhere, and it appears that the kidnapper will have some intense demands as the week progresses. The Duprees are very wealthy, so it's not hard to see that Chelsea might be held for ransom money, and the family will move mountains to make sure she gets home safely. There will be a lot of emotional moments, and it looks as if this situation may also bring Dani Dupree and Bill Hamilton closer as well. In fact, Andre Richardson will witness a moment between the two exes, so this could complicate the pending reconciliation between Andre and Dani too. In related news, Martin Richardson, who happens to be Chelsea's cousin, will make a deal with the devil. So will he find out who has her and try to bring her home on his own? In addition, Catherine "Cat" Richardson and Jacob Hawthorne will partner up to investigate things, so they may play a key role in bringing Chelsea home. Across town, Vanessa McBride will share news with the Dupree family as the days go by. It's unclear if this is about Chelsea's kidnapping or possibly Leslie Thomas. On the one hand, Joey Armstrong might be helping the family locate Chelsea, and Vanessa is close with Joey, so she could offer some key intel. Still, on the other hand, she's also helping Leslie buy a mansion behind the gates of Fairmont Crest, so she may update them on that drama. Elsewhere, Eva Thomas will get help from Tomas Navarro. Is this about her mother's inheritance or something else? Regardless, these two will continue to get closer, but considering the ick factor Kat has for Tomas since their activities in the bedroom, will she even care? Finally, Beyond the Gates. Spoilers for next week tease that two unlikely characters will get married. The opportunities around this are endless. Vanessa could get a quickie divorce from Doug McBride and marry Joey. Then again, could Leslie blackmail Ted Richardson and get hitched? Leslie will certainly ruffle some feathers over the next 5 days, so anything is possible. There's always a chance that Derek Baldwin and Ashley Morgan head down the aisle, since the firefighter will open up to the nurse about something. Even though they are broken up, Derek has wanted to marry Ashley for a long while, and with his accident, that has left him no feeling in his legs. Ashley may feel guilty enough to agree to the nuptials. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of August 25th to 29 promise plenty of explosive moments, bombshells, and drama, so fans will need to tune in to see all the chaos unfold. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, August 25th imply that fans will learn a little more about Chelsea Hamilton's hostage situation, while the Dupree family will be shocked to their core when they realize one of their own has gone missing. During the Friday, August 22nd episode, BTG fans saw Chelsea getting ready for her big night, the launch party for her purse brand, Chelsea Cat. A leather-clad individual came up from behind her with a chloroform cloth, knocking her unconscious and dragging her away. The last scene was of Chelsea, out cold on a bed somewhere unknown, chained to it. During the August 25th show, fans will see Chelsea wake up and panic once she realizes where she is. With that said, she won't be the only one who is terrified. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, August 25th suggest that the Dupree family will be stunned when they realize Chelsea is gone. From the sounds of it, it seems as if Chelsea will be in a hostage situation, and as the Duprees have a ton of money, it looks like the kidnappers will let the family know who they have and potentially want ransom money for her. Is Allison behind this? Possibly her husband Craig? A real plot twist might be the fact that this is the doing of Dr. Madison Montgomery. As fans don't know much about the doctor, so only time will tell. Lastly, BTG spoilers hint that Martin Richardson will enjoy some pops and daughter time with Samantha Richardson. This is a very nice thought considering all the family has been through. Martin and Bradley Smith have reconciled, but their temporary separation caused the family some stress. In addition, the kids meeting their real mom, June, was challenging. Beyond the Gates spoilers reveal the two will bond. However, fans should be surprised if there's a little conflict, as Martin tries to protect Samantha from an idea she has, while she will insist that she's grown up enough to handle it. Danger abounds in Fairmont Crest this week, as teased in the latest Beyond the Gates promo. Chelsea's been abducted, Vanessa's being threatened, and, well, Leslie's being Leslie. Having just gotten a sweet payday from Anita, Leslie's bought herself a lovely little mansion to call home, and she's ready to stake her claim on Fairmont Crest. However, having money doesn't mean you have class, as Leslie finds out the hard way when Bill helps give her the boot from Anita and Vernon's place. Vanessa's been playing with fire for far too long, and now she's in danger of getting burned. Joey warns her that she's become a liability for him. Is that a threat? Samantha is determined to go out and have some fun, but Martin tries to warn her of the dangers the world poses. Is he possibly projecting his own demons onto her? Or is this about Chelsea's predicament? As Chelsea Cat was scheduled to debut their new line at the club, Chelsea was nabbed by an unknown assailant. Coming up, Nicole makes a startling reveal, as Dani leans on Bill. Could this be what brings the exes back together? In a cabin, we see Chelsea being held captive and chained to a bed. Who would be so twisted as to do this? Read the Beyond the Gates spoilers to find out who strikes a deal with the devil. And what's this about a surprise wedding? Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of August 25 to 29 suggest some major moments in Fairmont Crest. Chelsea Hamilton is locked in a scary hostage situation, while Martin Richardson makes a sketchy deal. Plus, two unlikely characters say, "I do." Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of August 25 to 29 imply that Chelsea will be in a bona fide hostage situation. Fans saw her get chloroformed and dragged away during the Friday, August 22nd episode, so during the Monday, August 25th show, the Dupree family will finally discover that one of their own has gone missing. Viewers also saw Chelsea chained to a bed, and as the days go by, the situation will intensify. In fact, as the weekend hits, the kidnapper will have an insane demand for the Dupree family. With that said, Martin is slated to make a deal with the devil. What will he agree to, and does this have to do with his cousin's kidnapping? Lastly, Jacob Hawthorne and Catherine Cat Richardson will team up and start investigating. Can they rescue Chelsea in time? In an interesting twist, two unlikely characters will get married next week. Could Leslie Thomas and Ted Richardson head to the altar? Leslie will certainly ruffle some feathers during the week of August 25-29th, so only time will tell. Across town, Derek Baldwin will open up to Ashley Morgan. Derek had a horrible accident that left him no feeling in his legs, thus having to leave his firefighter career behind. So if he admits that he still dreams of marrying her, Ashley's guilt may have her agreeing to saying, "I do." In other interesting news, Andre Richardson will see a close moment between Dani Dupree and Bill Hamilton. The parents will be reeling over their missing daughter, so BTG fans should expect these two to bond a little over the traumatic experience. Lastly, Vanessa McBride will share news with the Dupree family. Is this about Chelsea's kidnapping or Leslie's new mansion? In addition, Tomas Navarro will help Eva Thomas with something. Looks like he's growing closer to Eva and further away from Kat. Will Kat cut him loose at some point? Are you looking forward to the week of August 25-29? Comment below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates spoilers, news, and updates. On Beyond the Gates, it's pretty much all hands on deck after Chelsea gets kidnapped. Who kidnapped her? Will she rescue herself? Or will someone have to step up and play the hero? It looks like Jacob and Kat will team up again so Kat can reunite with her fellow Wonder Cousin. And it looks like this situation may bring Dani and Bill closer together. Here are a few moments to watch for the week of August 25th to 29. Heightened emotions are at play this week because one of the Duprees is in danger. Chelsea has been kidnapped, and the family will do whatever it takes to find her. Naturally, Dani is going to want Bill to find their baby. He's the Dupree family fixer after all. In BTG's weekly video preview, Dani goes in for the comfort after she pleads with her ex-husband to bring Chelsea home. Does Andre see Dani in Bill's arms? On Tuesday, look for Andre to spy a close moment between Dani and Bill. Will Andre simply chalk it up to the emotions of what's going on? Or will he change his mind about wanting to properly woo Dani like he recreated Paris at home for Ashley? One of the best parts of BTG's first 6 months was Kat turning into Nancy Drew, or even a junior detective, to get the goods on Dana Leslie Thomas. This week, when Jacob and Kat follow a promising lead, it signals a reunion of sorts. Kat was relentless in her pursuit of justice regarding Leslie's reign of terror against her family. She could often be found ignoring her boyfriend, Tomas, in favor of parking herself in front of Jacob's desk at the precinct. The two worked well together, although there were frustrations on both sides. But they'll undoubtedly put those aside so they can work their magic and find Chelsea. Finally, on Thursday, an unlikely duo exchanges wedding vows. So much of BTG has been about splitting up couples. It will be interesting to see one actually say their I do's. Hopefully, it'll be a tad less dramatic than Haley and Bill's ceremony. But the questions here are, who is the unlikely couple? Why do they suddenly need to get married? And how much, if any, devastation will this sudden marriage cause? Will there be collateral damage? This week on Beyond the Gates, Leslie attempts to plant herself firmly beyond the gates. Too bad that Bill won't let her overstay her welcome at the Dupree mansion. In other news, Chelsea's kidnapped, and as a result, exes Dani and Bill bond over their shared fear for their daughter. Unsurprisingly, Leslie is already making herself comfortable at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. "I need to stake my claim on Fairmont Crest ASAP," she states as she looks over to Ted. What plan is Leslie cooking up now? She will also visit the Dupree mansion again this week. Maybe Leslie wants to announce that she's moving across the street. Or maybe she wants to antagonize Anita once more. Needless to say, the Duprees aren't happy to see her, and Bill decides to take his fixer role seriously. "May I?" he asks Vernon. "Be our guest," Vernon responds. Suddenly, Bill picks Leslie up and starts to throw her out the door. "Unhand me, demon!" Leslie exclaims. The video preview also includes Vanessa and Joey having an intense meeting. "You've seen things, Vanessa, and I'm not in the habit of leaving loose ends." Vanessa entertains Joey too much for him to remove her from his life forcefully and/or violently. "Are you threatening me?" she asks the casino owner. Could Vanessa and Joey be the unlikely couple who exchange wedding vows, as the teaser suggests? Of course, Vanessa would have to divorce Doug first in order for this to happen. The weekly teasers also reveal that Samantha and Martin will have some father-daughter bonding time. Things with the Smith-Richardsons have been shaky lately, so this quality time will be good for them. However, look for a little tension to erupt. "You can't stop me from growing up," the teen tells her pop. "Samantha, there are dangers everywhere," he advises. Maybe he brings up the time she talked to that bigoted busboy. She had no business helping him out in the park. After Nicole announces that Chelsea isn't at the club, the Duprees must mobilize to find one of their own. A distraught Dani pleads with Bill to bring her home and hugs him for some much-needed comfort. Dani needs her ex-husband to be the family fixer and get their daughter back sooner rather than later. The video preview ends with Chelsea in a room, chained to the bed, screaming, "Somebody, please help me!" Beyond the Gates has been a welcome addition to CBS Daytime's soap opera lineup. But the series has had its fair share of concern surrounding it. As the new kid on the block, it's had a lot to prove. Disruptions to its schedule due to sports or the network deciding to air reruns the week of July 4 have led viewers to wonder about its fate. The worry got worse around the time Paramount and Skydance finalized their merger to become Paramount, a Skydance corporation. This was because of the rollback in DEI initiatives at the company, which drew backlash online. Skydance has made a commitment to ensuring CBS's programming reflects the interests of the American public. However, longtime CBS viewers have questioned whether that commitment includes diverse storytelling and the representation they love seeing on television. Do soap fans have cause for concern? Let's dive into what CBS has done with their soap content in 2005. After less than 3 months on air, CBS renewed BTG for a second season. At the time, they were performing plus 48% better with viewership in the time slot than The Talk, and up plus 67% in multi-platform viewership compared to the previous year. The network had bet on a new soap and won. There has been no indication that the new Paramount will reverse course on the programming decisions CBS made before the merger closed. So far, their focus has been on streaming and film, though there's been emphasis on the network being an important part of the company, particularly CBS News and Primetime. Daytime hasn't been a part of the conversation. So, the renewal that BTG received, as well as the multi-year renewals given to The Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless, means CBS daytime soaps will be airing at least through 2028 if there are no changes at CBS. In fact, the new Paramount hasn't made any bold decisions at CBS yet. They're sure to come, but there's nothing on the wind that suggests they have daytime programming in their sights. So, to the fans that are worried the first soap centered on a black family in 2 decades is on the chopping block, remember the renewal. We're talking about a new daytime drama that's successful in an era where this genre is struggling. The soap has brought new viewers to the channel and streamers, Paramount Plus, and Pluto TV. CBS knows what they have with BTG. Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates. On Monday, August 25, 2025, the Duprees are missing one of their own, and Samantha and Martin have some father-daughter bonding time. Chelsea was already having people wonder if she was going to arrive on time to the pre-launch celebration of a Chelsea cat at the Dupree mansion. Cat Tat was most anxious, and not for nothing either. Chelsea, while she was taking an inordinate time to get ready and leave, had now been waylaid by a mysterious assailant. Using what we believe to be a rag soaked in chloroform, Chelsea was attacked from behind and quickly rendered unconscious. The assailant wore a black leather jacket with zip-up sleeves, and from the momentary snapshot we got, they had slender wrists and a slight build. The primary suspect in everyone's notebook is Chelsea's ex, Allison, who warned Chelsea at the country club that she didn't know what she was missing, but that she's going to know soon enough. In Monday's episode, the Duprees are frantic when they discover one of their own has gone missing. To balance out the drama happening behind the gates of Fairmont Crest, we have some really heartfelt scenes. In Monday's episode, while a missing Dupree is making people frantic, Samantha and Martin have some father-daughter bonding time, something that is sorely needed given the stress of having Martin moving out and the emergence of June as their biological mother. Samantha and Tyrell chose not to see their mother again after the introduction, and the news of that hit June hard, who went around to their house to try to change their mind. Unsuccessful but not put off, June is going to try to turn her life around. Stay tuned, soap fans. This week on Beyond the Gates promises to be a tense ride, as not only do we have Chelsea missing and chained to a bed at the mercy of her kidnapper, the Duprees also have the ever-present threat of Leslie Thomas, who now has the financial means to take aim at Anita and stake her claim in Fairmont Crest. Leslie Thomas is here to stay, and they better get used to it. Here's your Beyond the Gates weekly recap for the episodes that aired August 18th to 22nd, 2025. On Beyond the Gates, Leslie was sure Nicole had paid Peaches to deliver a fake story about her natural mother until Peaches produced Leslie's birth certificate and verified DNA test results. Eva was shocked to learn of her mother's inheritance and that she had 2 long-lost grandmothers. Leslie declared herself reborn and confronted Anita, chastising the singer for Barbara's death. So antagonized by Leslie that she couldn't keep her cool, Anita smacked Leslie, whom Vernon barely persuaded not to press charges. Shanice and Ashley put an end to their bickering about Derek to help him through the crisis of his paralysis. Derek was ready to reject physical therapy after Madison told him he'd be leaving the hospital in a wheelchair, but Shanice rallied him into doing his first session. Ashley lambasted Andre for kissing Dani after saying he wanted to date her. Andre explained that the kiss hadn't led to anything, but Ashley pronounced that Derek's accident had made her realize she still loved him. Dani encouraged Andre to open up to her about Ashley, yet put the brakes on his attempts to have sex, deciding that Andre would have to romance her the way he had romanced Ashley. Peaches met Ted and told him not to let his chance to make up with Nicole slip away. Nicole blew off Ted's attempt at conversation, then gently broke it to Kat that her parents were divorcing. Kat blamed Eva and Leslie. Eva expressed her condolences to Ted and begged off his invitation to the upcoming Chelsea Cat launch, not wanting to alienate Kat further. June was devastated when Tyrell and Samantha decided not to have a second meeting with her and tore up her beloved photo of the children. Naomi berated herself for ruining June's life, while June made a beeline for Smitty and Martin's condo to say goodbye to the kids. Seeing June hurting, Samantha gave her biomom an updated photo of her and Tyrell. Later, the teens considered seeing June again when the time was right. Meanwhile, June decided to get off the streets and take a job so she could be ready when Tyrell and Samantha ultimately realized they needed her in their lives. Vanessa waved off Nicole's concern about her dalliance with Joey as Doug told Ted to eliminate the obstacles in his life, like he planned to do. Doug went to Jacob with the allegation that Joey had commanded Randy to commit a murder, but Vanessa caught Doug and declared she had power over him because of his unemployment. Kat wanted an update from Jacob about the case against Leslie, but Jacob disappointedly informed his cousin that the investigation was stalled from lack of proof that could get a conviction. Jacob was surprised when Kat asked him for a guy's perspective on sex owing to her disenchantment with Tomas. Hawthorne suggested that Kat take the matter up with Tomas directly. Tomas talked Eva through her identity crisis following the discoveries of Peaches and Barbara, and later borrowed the next book in Eva's series, wondering if its star-crossed lovers would get together. Bill congratulated Chelsea on the impending launch of Chelsea Cat's purse line, but wondered why Madison was visiting his daughter. Chelsea told Bill that Madison was a friend, then sheepishly apologized to her, admitting she hadn't shared her sexual identity with her father yet. After Madison left for the event, someone chloroformed Chelsea, and she woke up shackled to a bed. The Duprees called Bill to find a loophole in the trust bequeathing Barbara's fortune to Leslie. The lawyer only agreed to help if he could be paid with the family's respect, then determined that the trust was ironclad. Anita empathized with Leslie coming from poverty and wondered if Leslie would have turned out differently had she not allowed Barbara to be edged out of the Articulettes. Leslie received a first disbursement of $1 million and attempted to pay Ted back the $50,000 she had extorted from him, only for him to reject her gesture. Bill and Ted scoffed when Leslie crowed that she wasn't the scared young lady they had once intimidated. The men's jaws dropped when Leslie announced that she was buying a house in Fairmont Crest across the street from the Duprees. Leslie admitted to Eva that she had really only made an offer on the property, but Leslie was overjoyed when her offer was accepted and danced around the room.